Hello and welcome to yet another fountain pen related video from a seemingly endless series of fountain pen related videos. My name is Doug and today I have a new ink. This is the Herbin Caroube de Chypre. I practiced that. Caroube de Chypre. Isn't Google wonderful? This is a caramel colored ink, and I think it has some sheening to it. So we're going to unbox it, ink it up into a pen, and see what it does. So there are 3 pens that I want to ink up with this ink, and I discovered something as I was cleaning the 3 of them out. This is my Moonman M600S in checkerboard brown. I think it'll be a nice match for the ink. But when I was cleaning out the section, I noticed that this piece here comes apart. I never knew that before, but there's a screw thread inside there. And it fits into the metal section. And then I noticed that this piece comes out as well. So there's that entire nib assembly. It's a little bit wet still. So the whole nib assembly unscrews from the front, but it screws into this back section. I didn't realize that before. This piece, I don't think is supposed to come off of there. It seems to be a pressure fit of some sort. I might just glue that on there because I don't think that's supposed to come off of there. Anyway, this is the nib section for the Moonman nib, which is that nice two-tone gold, which I really like. And of course it goes on fairly easily. Just line it up here, and there's only one way to put it in, because that little notch on the bottom there, and that just fits right in there, just like that. And then the nib assembly just screws in. It makes a seal right there. There we go. So I'm going to ink these 3 pens up. That's my Moonman M600 and my Cedar PenBBS 308 and my Moonman M6. I've changed that nib out a couple of times. I've gone to, this is the nib from the Moonman C1, because I used the two-tone nib that was in here for one of my other pens. Actually, it's for this one, because this M600 originally came with a Schmidt nib, which I've taken out. And of course the 308 has this fine point PenBBS, which is one of those mini Fude nibs that's slightly upturned. So let's do this unboxing of this ink, and we'll give it a try. So here's the Herbin Caroube de Chypre. It comes in a really nice box. I've already got some Emerald de Chivor. And there we have the bottle. Well, they must be mass producing these, because this 1670 wax seal, and there's wax on the cap as well, is off center. The label is centered, but the little wax seal that says 1670 is not. It is a shimmering ink, now that I see the bottom. All that gold fleck. So the idea is behind these shimmering inks is that you should be agitating the bottle before you ink up your pen. And they don't mean shake it, because you don't want bubbles in the ink, but letting that particulate sort of fall to the bottom here and intersperse into the ink. There, you can start seeing it striping there. Well, from the look of that shimmer, this might be an interesting ink. I might have to put this in one of my stubs. And in the box you get a little pamphlet here, the history of Jacques Herbin, which is interesting reading. So I'm going to ink up these 3 pens, my M600, my M6, and my PenBBS 308. And then we'll come back and do a writing sample with this new ink. Okay, back again. And this is the M600 checkerboard with the Moonman nib. And let's see this ink. Very wet. Of course, this is a wet nib. Well, looking like there's a bunch of shading there, and you're probably not seeing it on camera, but I am seeing some of that glitter that's in the ink. Of course, the more you lay down, the more of that glitter you get, and it helps to agitate the pen before you write with it. So let's see how the M6 works out. This is the M6 with a Moonman nib. I'm seeing a bit more glitter in this one. Again, very wet. It dries to a kind of a tan, reddish tan, which is nicer, I think, than the brown ink I had before, which is this Mont Blanc toffee brown, which it looks nice when you're writing with it, but it dries to a fairly dark brown, which kind of looks flat. Here is the PenBBS 308 cedar with a fine nib. This nib is not quite as wet as the other two. And it's showing no signs of shimmer. There we go. So all in all, I'm pleased with this. I think I'm going to put this ink into one of my stubs and see with a thicker lay down of ink where they get a little bit more of that shimmer. I'm starting to see some of that shine in the M6, but not in the PenBBS. Oh, there's a little bit in the PenBBS. But anyway, interesting ink. Thought you'd enjoy that, as always. Thanks for watching. And that's all she wrote.